What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another early morning in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brew master in chief. And this morning in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a very quick, short video. The reason for it is because last night we had power outages in my country, and I was unable to record a proper deck tech. And I've had to set an alarm. I've now woken up at sunrise. I have to get this video in before my son awakes, and so I'm going to come at you with a quick little janky brew that I'm calling Rakdos Aggro. Simply, we're going to be taking this for a spin on the unranked ladder, but it has been putting in some work for me, and I would like to just propose this as an early version 1, which will see some revision and will most likely see a version 2 at a later date. So, Rakdos Aggro with a definite werewolf sub-theme. We're running 4 copies of the new Dread Fugue. It's one of the cards with cleave. I'm just loving it. It's better than Duress in my opinion. Cast it for 1 mana. You can pick anything that isn't a land that is mana value 2 or less, and the opponent discards it, and of course reveals their entire hand, which is great for getting some information. Then later in the game you can cast it for 3 for its cleave cost, and then you can just have them discard any non-land, which is great, of course. Then we're running 4 copies of the Kessig Wolfrider, which is a great little 1-drop actually in an aggro deck. And if the opponent is removal heavy, or your interaction ends up in your graveyard, later in the game you can pay 3, tap it, and exile 3 cards from your graveyard, and you create this sweet looking wolf token. So that's pretty cool. But then we've got 4 copies of Kalain, the Reclusive Painter, as a bit of a ramp. And this actually works out pretty good, because then you can play a turn 3 Graveyard Trespasser or a turn 3 Reckless Stormseeker, and they come into play bigger off of the treasure from Kalain. And often you don't tap out entirely, because you'll have still 1 mana left open. Not that that's relevant, but you might be able to Dread Fugue after you cast your Reckless Stormseeker, so your attack lanes are free. Then 4 copies of Meathook Massacre, just because we needed a sweeper, and I don't know what else to run. We might change this for some more spot removal and just not run sweeper at all in this aggro deck. But let's see. BrewLab fashion, as usual, I'll make some adjustments on the fly, and those adjustments will be the ones that are in the description down below for you guys to copy and enjoy, as well as reflected in my Etherhub link. Then we've got 4 copies of the Graveyard Trespasser, which is great, a little bit of life gain. Graveyard Hate, sweet card. It's got ward, discard. The backside grows a little bit bigger. Just an all-rounder great card. And when it comes into play and you've already got a Reckless Stormseeker in play and you can just give it haste and attack straight away, that feels pretty damn sweet. Then we're running 4 copies of Hero's Downfall as our instant speed removal of choice. It handles the opponent's creature lands. We will quickly add a few Field of Ruins in a second. But yeah, Hero's Downfall is just great. I'm starting to prefer it over Bloodchief's Thirst, because there are no Planeswalkers that cost 2 mana or less. So the 1 mana Bloodchief's Thirst to kill a Planeswalker is never going to happen. So you're always going to be paying 4 mana to kill a Planeswalker with Bloodchief's Thirst. And that's at sorcery speed. Hero's Downfall, you pay 3 mana to kill a Planeswalker, and it's instant speed. And you can also kill a creature. So really loving this card at the moment. Then 4 copies of Reckless Stormseeker. Don't need to reintroduce this card. We've all seen it many times. Great to be able to give our non-hasty boys haste when they hit the board. Then we needed some card draw, so I'm running 4 copies of Unexpected Windfall, which is of course great with Kalain, because more treasures you have, then the next time you play something, it can come into play bigger. Of course, it's also just nice to have treasures to cast things, and drawing 2 cards off of that at instant speed at the opponent's end step is usually when I do this on turn 4. We didn't have any nice turn 4 aggro kind of thing to play in Rakdos, so kind of bridging the gap between our turn 3 plays and our big turn 5 guy is Unexpected Windfall, which will ramp us into that if we don't have the mana and potentially draw some more interaction. So loving having Unexpected Windfall in this slot. And that brings us to our last card, the Volatile Arsonist, which we have seen already in my mono red wolf deck, which was really, really sweet. Go check that out if you haven't already. I will leave a link in the description. But Volatile Arsonist is a house. It's like a 5 mana, just like Goldspan Dragon, 4/4 Hasty Boy, just like Goldspan Dragon, but instead of having flying, it has menace, so a different form of evasion, and when it attacks, it deals 1 damage to, up to each it deals 1 damage to each of up to 1 target creature, up to 1 target player, and or up to 1 target planeswalker. And if it's Nightbound, then that all becomes 2 damage instead of 1, so really sweet. And that's the deck. Super simple. We're just trying to put things down and go face. And not much else. There isn't really any other plan here. The only thing I need to adjust here quickly is just to throw in... Whoop, beg your pardon. Misclick. Cheap ass mouse. Field of Ruin. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Let's jump into the games. Now, as usual at this point in my videos is when I like to do a tiny bit of self-promotion. So if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly consider doing so. We are well on our way to 500 subs, at which point a giveaway will be triggered. I still have not done the announcement video for that giveaway, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel. It will be coming in the next couple of days. And of course, don't forget to do all that other great YouTube stuff. If you could be so kind, like the video, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified of future daily uploads. Bit of a weird hand, but it's unranked. We got a choice to make here. We rather definitely, when I see the hall, I want a Dread Fugue. Oh, nice. Is it turns? Like, we needed to play this again in unranked. The Nemesis. Is this a Fading Hope? Oh my goodness. He drew a Fading Hope. Okay. Dragonfire. Worse. Arguably. Two Test of Talents that we have to navigate around for our poor card draw spell here. Let's hope he taps out. God, game 1 on camera. Is it, baby? Yeah. Plays a land, says go. Disaster. Probably got a Memory Deluge. No Deluge? I was so sure. Windfall. Sweet. That means we can do our own. Two lands. Woohoo! Well, at least we got to Field of Ruin for his haul. And I don't know. Probably just gonna lose this one anyway. Can't kill that because of the Test of Talents. It's a disaster. Then Tommy's got like a sword coming as well. Or it's probably just another Dragon's Fire. No. Wait, is that gonna... That's gonna trigger it. Submit 0. I don't want him getting any extra treasures if I can avoid it. So actually doling out 1 extra point of damage compared to the Goldspan. Return it. hits the board. Come on, just cast Alrund's Epiphany. I should just start auto-conceding when I play these guys, especially for the videos. Especially in unranked. Who cares? There we go. Oh. The boredom, guys. The boredom. On to the next one. We'll probably have to do this like a 30-minute video, which is why I picked an aggro deck. Just to, you know, have lots of games quickly. Quick adjustment. Kalain is legendary. Meathook Massacre is 2. Put in an extra removal spell in the form of... Actually, you know what? I want to play this card. Where was it? Here. Undying Malice. This is a way to save our creatures. It's the same exact text as Feign Death. Target creature returns to battlefield if it dies with an additional counter on it tapped. Kind of like Mono Black's Snakeskin Veil. Come on, not is it anything, but is it please? Almost anything. Okay, just put them in the deck, get them in your opening hand. Sure, whatever. Okay. Okay. Life gain. This is my deck from yesterday. I can see a Angel Fire Ignition coming my way very soon. Okay. Ah. This guy watched my video? Has he got another one? Man, okay, deck. That's like way too many lands right now. Familiar. Okay, slightly different. Opponent scoops. Not entirely sure why. But I'll take it. A free win is a win. On to the next one. I wonder why would you scoop? Better board presence. Was the Reckless enough? So yeah, Rakdos Aggro. I don't know. It's looking good. This is just a very first draft. There's some cards that I've obviously clearly omitted. You know, we might even be able to split up, put in some gold spans as well. I just kind of waiting for this reemergence of sort of more mid-rangey decks. courtesy tap? No. Let's go see what you got. Opponent? Cute. Okay. We have some Golgari, a Seeker's Chariot nonsense going on, unfortunately. Ooh, okay. Sultai Chariot nonsense going on. That's scary. I need to revisit Sultai. Probably ends up being a Storm the Festival pile. Badunk! Let's hope he doesn't top deck a Black Source. Or anything for that matter. Oh goodness, now is he going to go for the Chariot first or the Binding? I don't know how we're going to get through 2 Chariots. Meathook Massacre would be nice. Pardon me. It's cool if he goes for the Binding and discards, we let the ward trigger go off first, and then we Undying Malice the Graveyard Trespasser. Let's double the Seeker. Seeker's so good. I guess we double block with the Undying Malice. At least it's one Seeker down. Obviously on the Trespasser. So far he's cast nothing. Which means it will go to Knight, so it'll come back as a 5/5, which is pretty decent. We also don't lose the Wolfrider, which is very decent. Okay, so he does cast it, obviously, so it will stay day. Should we just have it switch tonight and Windfall during the opponent's turn? I think that's a great play. Five. Fortunately, we don't have another Malice for the probably incoming Binding. But at least he discards a card. Maybe we'll get a Malice off of this Windfall. That would be amazing. Who lands? Let's make a Wolfie boy. At least we can block one cat. Discards a land. Double opening hand, a Seeker. Absolutely. Oh! The way, baby. That's the way. Let's attack first. Top deck city. Zap. Woo. Back in the game, baby. That's the way. Oh, here comes the sunrise. Gain some life. More. Book, book. Very nice. I could crew the chariot with the layer. Or you could have just top deck another chariot, the way these things usually go for me. Oh wow, the sunrise is gorgeous, guys. A root coil creeper. No problem. Let's get rid of that layer. Get a black source. And say go. Ah, crikey. Another binding. Well, we're gonna keep this hero's downfall for the Seeker, of course. Would be great to just top deck our super duper 5-drop Arsonist boy right now. No, the deck was not listening. Kalain will have to do. Rampy, rampy, rampy. That's the nice thing about Sultai and binding. You can have some some of those dual lands. There we go. Third binding. Bye bye. Well, that's nice. Might as well attack. If he does find a way to crew the chariot, we'll just kill it anyway. And I wasn't going to block the root coil. Okay. That's a way to crew the chariot and also counter my freaking... Ugh. How lucky is that? We'll pay 3. I don't have the 3. That's just so close, man. Oh well, next turn. Ooh. Definitely paying with treasures. That is juicy. Juicy, juicy Storm Charger. Off of the Kalain. Now do we have enough mana? We don't. So he has to decide. I mean, I would just swing with what I have rather than crewing. Clever boy. So now we just force out the counter. You can't recast it because it's his end step. So we just gain a life and that's it. What have you got? What's that? Not a land. I mean, come on. I like this position I've put him in because it's juicy to block Kalain and trade. But 1 point of damage will still get through, which is enough. Oh, it was a divide. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky bugger. Okay, well. What did you top deck? Oh. Oh, so cheeky. Unbelievable. So lucky. Nice. No way.
You could have such power. Do
Are you
I
kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me? The luck. What a top deck. GG. That's, I mean, pretty ridiculous. And we just flat out. Ah, sometimes, huh? What can you do? All right, I'm gonna have at least another 2 games, but they better be quick ones. With a fresh. With a fresh. Double Reckless seems pretty decent. That's a keep from me. Oh. Okay, okay, rogues. I can deal with rogues. Hopefully. It's probably trying out the rogue class. The most underplayed class, for sure. No, no. The hated. The hated mill. Oh, go on. Double. Oh my god. It's a lot of pretty important stuff. He's just gonna mill there. Imagine he's got a fading hope. It's possible. Oh, come on. Hello? Hello? Our opponent? Thank you. It's 9 cards in library. I mean in graveyard. Oh. Just doesn't stop coming with the guy. I mean, we've got a Meathook Massacre in hand. I probably should have led with the Dread Fugue. I was stupid. Definitely misplay. Always So clear the way. Oh no. Bounce spell and a removal spell. Let's hope he uses the removal so he doesn't have it available for the Arsonist. Problem is he can bounce our Massacre. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, it's a disaster. I'm hoping he uses one of them. Okay. Back in the game, baby. Sure. Now we just have to get that out of his hand. By that I mean the Soul Shatter, which I'm about to do with my 3-mana Dread Fugue. Oh baby, just as I was hoping it would plan out. We've also got the Field of Ruin for the Hall. Maybe we can bring this one around. If he plays nothing, it switches to Night. Whew. That'll be tasty. But it also might be signaling a counter spell, because I would just play Introduction to Prophecy if I had nothing else going on. Your go. Opponent. Hello. I'm not gonna concede. There's no way I'm conceding to that. Okay, so stays daytime. I wonder what he's digging for. If that's a counter spell, I'll be so bummed. Or, you know, it could even just be another Soul Shatter, but he doesn't have black mana. Yes! No counter. Could still be a bounce. It's a bounce. No? He's just having a read. Boom. I should have... Yeah, that's a pity. should have Field of Wounders 4 before. You still can't activate it yet. And anyway, this has Menace. Okay, now he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. No, come on. Plenty of creatures to exile. Oh, that's just great. Good game, opponent. Nice. Back from the brink off of that Meathook Massacre was really just great. All right, it's looking like it's time for our final match. Let's try to end this on a victory, as usual. That is always the preferred exit path. Still got to make a thumbnail and upload the thing. It's 10 to 6 in the morning, but I did have a pretty good night's sleep. I set the alarm for a little past 5. Chester 1788. That's pretty sweet. Mono black, maybe? I'll keep it. Can scope the scene with the Dread Fugue, Fugui. Combos. Let's get rid of the one that can go face. Second copy of the Arsonist. We should just be able to kind of go over. Now the question is, do I play this next land on black or on red? Oh, there we go. Saved from having to even answer that question. Now we'll just bait out the Frostbite. Was inevitable. At least that stops him from casting the You Saw a Pair of Goblins on my end step. Sweet. Okay. A little bit of a newbie. The wardy threat is better. Badunk. You don't have anything to discard, my dear fellow. Nice. Let's it go to nighttime, baby. You can put away one Arsonist. It's just something for me to eat with the Latin. Let's it through. It's gonna go back to night. Which is just fantastic. Good game. Okay, I mean, we got a bit lucky. I don't think that in any way, shape, or form really showcases the total like power of the deck. But like I said, version 1 kind of shell, early shell, starting to feel pretty potent. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Those of you who stick around to the end, as you know, you are my favorite people in the whole wide world. Let me just quickly jump into this deck again quickly. See if we have anything I'd like to add. Oh, the server has just been insanely slow since that patch. Apparently they're doing, they're trying again. I can't remember the date. They did an announcement yesterday. There's another downtime scheduled to try and re-upload the patch for the second time. But yeah, Rakdos Aggro. What could, you know, there's definitely good things to run in the 3-drop slot. But then we'd forgo a little bit of card draw. We might, you know, then just trim other things. Maybe not run Dread Fugue. I just was trying to test the card out. I really like it. The verdict on Dread Fugue is Booyakasha. I just don't know if this is the right deck for it. We could easily trim it away. Maybe even trim down Unexpected Windfall entirely and go for the treasure draw package thing with Shambling Gas, Deadly Dispute, and then just put something in the 4-drop slot, like maybe even a Regent, the 4-drop Dragon Regent, or maybe the new 4-drop Hellkite guy, but we don't have enough instants and sorceries to trigger that. Maybe just a Immerstrum Predator would be nice in this position, although we don't have many things to sacrifice to it. We'll see, but I'll keep you posted. But I'll be coming back at you tomorrow with some fresh brews, or later today with some fresh brews. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.